Hi everybody, welcome back to Coupon Academy. I'm going to be going over today 5 different ways, that's 5, that you can get coupon inserts totally free. No money at all. You're not buying papers, you're not going to coupon fairies, you are just getting them for free. So, first of all, this is money free. This is not effort free. You do have to just try. You have to put a little bit of effort into going to different stores. Hi. But you're not going to put any money in. So that's the best it's going to get. We're never going to live in a world where free coupons just show up at your door and you didn't have to do anything but want them. So the first method you guys probably have heard about before is pretty obvious, is just ask people that you know. If you live in a neighborhood and you know your neighbors, then you can just go and ask them. Say, hey, I noticed you get the paper. Do you use your coupons? If not, I'll take them instead of throwing them away. Say, hey, can I come by on Sunday afternoon and maybe just pick those up from you? If you don't know your neighbors, that's a good way to get to know your neighbors. So you can just go around your neighborhood and just ask people for them. And as long as you're not, they're not a grumpy old neighbor, or, you're not the mean kid that always parks in people's, blocking people's driveways and stuff, they will probably want to help you out. It's not a big thing that you're asking, and a lot of people would rather them go to somebody that's going to use them instead of wasting them. Another one is along the same vein, but you're going to go to the store and ask for coupons. A lot of stores just throw away unsold newspapers. They just chuck them in the trash, or if they have recycling, they chuck them in the recycling. So you can go in and say, hey, would it be okay if I would come in and pick up the newspapers that you don't sell on Sunday? And a lot of stores will just be like, okay, sure, I'll just stick them off to the side for you. They might tell you, hey, I throw these away when we close on Sunday, so you need to actually come in like right at closing time and pick them up. And if they're going to give you free coupons, don't argue about when to come pick them up. Do what is convenient for them. So that could be Sunday night before the store closes. It could be Monday first thing in the morning. It just depends. But if you go to a smaller store, more local store that you shop at, and you know the people that work there, you're going to have more of an opportunity where they're going to want to do a favor for you because they know who you are. If not, go to places that you are going to shop regularly, get to know the employees, and then reach out to to have a relationship with them, and then to get them to let you have the coupons. So a lot of this is just going to be about getting out in your community and having good relationships with people. And then those people that have access to the newspapers that you're becoming friends with are going to want to help. So you've got neighbors is the first one, and then the second one is just getting unsold newspapers from the stores. On my corner, I have 2 gas stations right next to each other, and then one right across the street. And I've asked, and 2 out of 3 of those have said, yeah, just, come in on Sunday night and see what we have left, and I'll let you get them. They're open for like forever because it's their gas station, their convenience store, so they're open basically overnight. So I just go in sometimes kind of late and see what they have. And I just walk over. It's really, really close for me. So that's an option. Another option is to go to your recycling company. Now, right now, with all the stay-at-home orders, my recycling company is not open. But prior to this, or after everything goes back to normal, I'm going to be checking with them as well to see if I can get a lot of inserts from them. And a lot of times they will let you just go through their paper bins and dig for coupons. And it's just paper. So it's not like you're digging through the whole trash or you're digging through a dirty dumpster or anything. It's just paper. Maybe wear some gloves just to be extra safe, and so that you don't get like newspaper hands digging through, get all the print on you. But that's a super easy way. It's not like there's a lot of liability on their part. You're not digging through anything sharp or dangerous. So that's something that they might be able to do. And within a 10-mile radius of us, there's like 3 different recycling places. I know I'm in Orange County, so we're a little bit more densely populated with people and businesses. So that you might not have as many, But that's why I'm giving you guys 5 options today so that hopefully out of these 5, one of them will work for you. Another option I don't see people talk about a lot, I think I've only seen it really mentioned one time in one of the groups that I'm in for couponing, is to go to the library Sunday morning. A lot of times the library will have a stack of papers that they put out for people to read daily, just because that's what the library is all about. They're all about providing people resources and having people be up to date and reading the news. So they've usually got a stack of newspapers that are available for people to read and then leave at the library for others to read. Now, nobody is going to read the coupons. That's not like valuable news information. So I would bet if you would go to the library first thing Sunday morning and say, hey, do you have any newspapers? They'll say, yeah, we have a stack over there. You can look through. They usually will have whatever is available to them. So for me, it would be the LA Times and the Orange County Register. So they would have 2 different kinds of newspapers at the library that I go to. And I would just ask them, hey, do you mind if I just grab the inserts out of those for the coupons and leave the rest of the paper for people to read? I don't see why they would say no to that unless one of the employees has already yoinked the inserts for themselves. But that's another thing where if you're going to the library often and you know them, my son and I go to the library every couple of weeks. And so we really know everybody that's there. We're really friendly with them. So I'm almost certain that if I went in and I asked them, as long as the inserts are actually still available and no one has taken them already, I guarantee you they would let us have those. Because why not? They're not adding any value to having the newspaper in the library. So they might as well let you guys have them instead of wasting them. So that's another one. The last one is the one that I do. This is how I get at least like 4 to 6 on a light time, like on a light week, like 4 to 6 inserts of each kind. And oh, hi Mandy. And I just put a paper recycling bin outside my mail center at my apartments. That's it. We have 2 trash cans beside our mail center. We're a small apartment community, so we have maybe like 50 to 60 apartments. And so we have one wall of mailboxes, 2 trash cans, and then I just put a newspaper bin out. And people see the bin, and when they're going to throw their papers away, they throw them in the bin instead of in the trash. And they feel good about it because they're recycling. I feel good about it because I'm getting free inserts. And then so on Monday, I just go and I empty out when I check my mail. I empty out, I grab what I need, and I put the rest of what I'm not going to use into my paper recycling. So I do actually recycle it. It would be a little bit rude to say, hey, there's a recycle bin for paper here, and then end up just throwing it away. So, yeah, I just intercept people from throwing their papers away and have them throw it in my bin instead. Now you might think I don't live in an apartment community, so that's not something that I can do. But I really think that it is something that you can do even if you don't live in a community. So I actually created a resource where it's like a sample template letter that you can send to an apartment community. And if you think, oh, I'm going to email this apartment community, why would they let me put a bin outside of their mail center? They don't know me, and that's so random. Well, if you just message them and say, hey, can I put a recycle bin outside your mail center? They're probably going to be like, no, probably not. But there is an amazing program called Coupons for Troops, if you guys haven't heard of it. It's basically the commissary that the troops get to order from and shop from when they're overseas or even here in the US, allows the troops to use coupons that are expired up to 6 months past their expiration date. So when you're done with all of your coupons, I really suggest that you bag them up or just shove them in an envelope and send them out so that you can participate in this program. And I think that if you are appealing to the apartment complexes as saying, hey, I want to participate in this program. I'm collecting coupons to send them to the troops. This is a little bit about the program. Would you be okay if I put a recycling bin for paper outside of your mail center? That way that instead of people throwing them away, these coupon inserts are actually going to go to a really great cause. You tell them, I will drop off the bin on Saturday and I will pick up the bin on Monday, and see what they say. And I wrote out a whole letter that you can send. You literally just have to find out which apartments you want to go to. To do that, I would suggest going to, you just search like apartments for rent near me on Google, or whatever browser you use, and that's going to list what's closest to you. And I would look around a little bit. A smaller apartment community that's a little bit less corporate might be more willing to do that for you because they don't have as much oversight. So you can do that by just looking at the apartments that are available near you. Look at the pictures, look at the page, see if they have a covered mail center, because you don't want to leave a bin that's meant to collect newspaper out all weekend if it's not covered. Like right now, it's been raining for the past week or so. So I wouldn't have been able to get any coupons at this time. So be a little selective. I would not do an apartment community that has a gate, that has a code or like a clicker that you have to do to get in, unless you have to. And in which case you contact the company and you ask them if they would be able to give you a code just so that you can come in and drop off and pick up. But that's just a little obstacle I would avoid if you can. If you have apartments near you that don't have a gate, that would be the option to go with. So a small apartment community that's not out of the way, unless you just want to drive all over town. A small apartment community, apartment community, and preferably with no gate, and you just email them, let them know how you want to send coupons to the troops, and how you would be personally responsible for all of the collection and everything, and that you would love to talk to them more about it. And all you need to do is go to find the apartment you want. You can usually find whoever's going to be in the office or whoever's going to answer the email. Their information is usually on the ad when an apartment is for rent. So you can address the email directly to them. That way it's a little bit more personal. It doesn't sound like a big spam thing. Like you're actually reaching out to them person to person to try to help you out. And if you don't know what to say, like I said, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go back to my computer and I'm going to post a template that you can send to them. So you don't even have to think about what to say. You literally just have to fill in the names and reach out. And you can reach out to multiple communities. You can have 5 communities if you want. Make yourself a little paper route and go and drop off a bin. And it doesn't have to be a fancy bin. It can just be like a $1 plastic bin, and you make a paper that says newspaper recycling. Just print it out or write it out. Just make sure it looks a little bit nice, but you could use a cute colored plastic tote bin from the dollar store. It doesn't have to be fancy. And you can go from a community to community. Say you have like 3 of them that respond to you, and you can pick up inserts from each one of those communities like every Monday. You just drop your bin off on Saturday, pick your bin up on Monday. And if you start to notice after a few weeks that you have one community that is really providing you with all the coupons that you need, you don't have to do 3 of them. So you're just casting a wider net so that you can get responses. And then there's really, if you're getting 10 to 12 from each apartment community, unless you're super extreme couponing, you don't need that many. You could always get that many if you want, and you can share them, you can sell them. There's a little bit of a delay on that because you're not getting them until Monday, and then you would have to ship them out after that. So I don't know that people would really buy them, just for the timing, but that's an option. And you might think, well, that's I don't feel comfortable telling an apartment community that I'm going to donate their coupons when I'm just going to use them for myself. And you're going to use some of them. That's true. But out of a full insert, if you get the PNG and it's got 70 coupons in it, are you going to use 70 of those coupons before they expire? Absolutely not. You're going to use 5 to 10 maybe. So you are still able to donate the vast majority of those coupons. So I would say don't send this message and reach out to apartments if you're not going to follow through. I wouldn't do it. But make it true. Collect them, use the coupons you're going to use, and when you're done with it, when they've expired, send it off to the Coupons for Troops because they can still use them 6 months after. So there's no big rush that you have to clip what you're going to clip and then send them off. And in the message that I have for you guys to send to the communities that you want to put a bin outside of, it actually links into the Coupons for Troops. So if they're interested in reading more about how it works, they can do that and they can follow up. And if they think it's a good idea and they want to participate in you guys helping to send coupons to the troops, then the apartment community can have more information and they can decide to do that. Anybody that's on right now, do you guys have any questions about how to get inserts for free, or any questions about the process of setting up this partnership with apartment complexes, or even with other businesses to do? You see there's a few people on. Well, if you guys have any questions, I am going to post, it's going to be a new unit and probably in the frequently asked questions that's going to go over how to get coupons for free. And I'm basically just going to outline everything that I went over, and I'm going to post that email template that you guys can use to send to companies, to send to apartment communities, to set up a partnership where you can collect their coupons from them. So if you do have any questions, you can post them straight to the group, or you can wait for me to get that unit lesson up, and then you guys can respond there if you have any other questions. Also, if you have a way to get coupons for free that I haven't talked about, please let me know, because that's one of the number one things that people ask is, I want coupons, but I can't really afford to pay a lot for them, which I understand a lot of people using coupons are on a budget. And so to pay a bunch of money up front really defeats the purpose. So if you have any other ideas about how to get coupon inserts for free, just let me know in the group. Oh, you're welcome, Angel. And I will add that to the lessons, and we're going to just come up with this great list of ideas where people don't have to pay for coupon inserts. We just get a lot of them for free, and we can all help each other out. So I'm going to link a bunch of stuff, and when I post this on YouTube, I will link a bunch of stuff below to join the group and where to find the lesson and just about everything that I went over in this video, so you guys can have a written version. And you guys also invite, if there's anybody that you know that is interested in couponing, invite them into the group, because I see a lot of posts where I comment and I say, hey, I have all these resources, and then I have 50 people that message me and want information, and a lot of other groups don't allow for me to post the group information. You're welcome, Marcia. So a lot of groups don't allow me to post the group information. They will ban me if I mention my group, and that's totally fair. That they don't want other people mentioning their groups, but at the same time, they feel like there's a lot of really great information that a lot of people could benefit from. And if you guys see anybody and they're posting in other coupon groups and they say, hey, I really need help, or I need to understand about this and that, you guys are more than welcome to say, hey, you know what? I know how to get coupons for free. I learned it from this group. I know how to do this. I know where you can get really detailed lessons. I'll link you to the group. And, because that's just a recommendation, that's usually fine, and that's not going to get anybody in trouble. And so I really want you guys to be able to share anything that you guys are finding valuable with other people, and invite as many people into the group as you want. I'm also going to be linking to the YouTube channel that I said I'm going to upload this as well, and that way you guys can watch. Eventually, once I get everything all settled, there's a lot going on with this group right now, but once I get a little bit more time, I'm going to be posting videos straight to YouTube that are not live. So if you guys don't want to miss anything, go ahead and join that YouTube channel as well, and I'll provide a link for that in the group description so you guys can join. And I think that's it. We are still going to be having our live that goes over the basics again on Sunday at 7. And so I'll see you guys all then. Bye.